Walk with me, walk with me, walk with me. Let's walk the talk.
Hello viewers, welcome to Walk With Me show, a very brand new show where we'll be creating awareness on the issues to do with mental health, parenting, and adult, together with young adult. Also, we'll be discussing about premarital counseling and also as well as marriage and family. I'll be your host, RK Favored. And today in studio, I am not alone. I'm with a guest, a trainer and a counselor, and someone who'll take us through this journey. Millicent, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Rachel, for having me. And like I heard you say, let's walk the talk.
Yes.
It's really a nice theme. Let's walk the talk, because these are the things that are affecting us as a society.
Sure.
And we need to know how to walk this talk. How to walk the talk.
Yes.
Yes, Rachel.
Thank you so much, Millicent. I've been discussing with so many people about mental health, and it is an issue that is so much in our society, whereby you're finding people they have lost hope in one way or another, or even they do not understand whom they are. And maybe could you please take us through this mental health? What is it all about, the mental health? Because when you hear about mental health, maybe we think it is an issue to do with the head. Maybe you can take us through what is mental health.
And I like when you're starting with the word mental.
Yes.
What do you understand by the word mental? Actually, you're talking about the head.
Yeah.
When you're talking about the head,
Yes.
and the things that are going on in the head.
Yes.
But when the things that are going on in our head or in our mind now make or paralyze us, that we are not able to do the things that we are meant to do on a daily basis,
Sure.
then there is a need for somebody to go and seek for help.
Sure.
Yeah, so like maybe we can just start by introducing what is mental illness. And we can say it's a condition that affects a person's thinking, feeling, and behavior. Remember, it's a condition that affects a person's what? Thinking, feeling, and behavior.
Sure.
Because from whatever you're thinking, it definitely influences how you feel, and then definitely affects how one's behave.
Right.
Yes. Most of the time, how do we pick issues from, in the society?
Yeah.
The environment.
Sure.
When somebody picks something from the environment, and we pick these issues with what? With our senses, the common senses.
Yes.
Yeah, the 5 common senses, as people know them. That is the hearing, the smell, and the like. Then it is taken to the mind, to the brain.
Yes.
The brain interprets.
Yeah.
And as it is interpreting, when it is a negative feeling, it gives somebody, if it is something that is negative, then it gives somebody a negative feeling. And if you keep on, sitting on that negative feeling, then you tend to behave in a very negative way, their behavior.
So in mental health, it's something I have picked from the environment. I transform it into my mind. Then it start. Do I start thinking or something that how do it affect me?
How it affects you, definitely, like we are saying, it is something that is a condition that is going to affect your thinking, your feeling, and behavior.
Okay.
What is it that you are picking from the environment?
Yeah.
How are you interpreting it? Because as you keep on interpreting, if you interpret it to be very negative, then it gives you a very negative feeling. And with this negative feeling, what happens when you're having a negative feeling? That's when somebody feels, I am low, I don't want to do anything.
Okay.
And then how will you manifest in behavior?
Yeah.
I don't want to be with people. I want to be alone.
You isolate yourself.
You isolate yourself.
Yeah.
And as you keep on isolating yourself, and not a one-time thing.
Yes.
It is a continuous thing that can happen like for about 6 or 8 months or so.
Yeah.
Then we can now say you are having some kind of mental illness.
Okay.
And this one definitely will, with proper diagnosis and proper treatment, one can live a normal life.
In other words, what you're telling us, Millicent, today is that when somebody understands that, do I understand that I'm already having mental illness?
Sometimes it's hard for one to understand.
Yeah.
the abnormality. Sometimes it's not easy for one to understand, but definitely one will keep on saying that, talking about the symptoms, talking about the symptoms, And when we're talking about the mental illness, it affects somebody's ability.
Yes.
It affects somebody's ability to relate with others.
Okay.
And even to live a normal life.
Yes.
For example, when somebody is going through mental illness, they don't know how to relate with others.
Yeah.
Sometimes even with their relationships at home.
Yes.
Somebody becomes so moody. Somebody is out of this world. Everything is wrong. It becomes, relating with other people becomes a bit hard.
When we talk of the moods, these are the things that you are seeing with so many people nowadays. The moods issues. In the morning, I was well. During lunch hour, I was jumpy. But in the evening, I don't want to see anybody. And it's like, I want to just be myself. And even I will say, I want my own me time. You get my point? Could be this is one of the sign that maybe this thing that is called mental illness that is maybe knocking at my door.
We can't generalize with the moods, because moods they are common and usually they pass a short of time.
Okay.
It's not an all time, but when now it happens, it's something that is so continuous that you can't adjust to that. Then I think somebody needs to get help.
Okay.
Yes.
When I understand that sometimes moods are not in a position to be controlled.
The thing is, the moods they're common. They're normal. They're usually common. You can sometimes feel I don't feel like anything. But now when these moods tend even to affect your daily living, then I think something needs to be observed.
Yeah.
And somebody needs to get the necessary help that they need.
Let's go back to where you said that there is an issue of isolating yourself. Because sometimes we think, or maybe I would feel, this is the time I want to meditate. And there are so many people who would say, I need time to meditate. And you find the word just to be in the room alone. No sound that is there, no radio, no nothing. In that dark room, I want alone time. What about that, Millicent, maybe?
By the time somebody decides maybe I want to meditate, there's a difference between meditating and there is also a difference of isolation. All right? With meditation, maybe I want to have that time, the me time. I want to think things through.
Exactly.
And after that, I'm able to join the rest of the people. I'm able to join or even to go on with my daily work.
That's true.
My daily, life.
Yes.
If I am a mother, I'm able to continue with my responsibility.
Exactly.
I am working. I'm able to perform my duties.
Exactly.
But when now you performing your duties is being affected, then I think there is a problem. And remember, these symptoms, they vary from one disorder to another. We can't generalize all the symptoms
from
together.
one disorder to another.
Yes, because
like what?
We have the 5 major categories of these disorders. One is the anxiety disorder.
Yes.
Then the other one, we have the mood disorders, where we have the things like depression and the bipolar.
Really?
Yeah, and then we have the schizophrenic and psychotic disorders.
Yes.
We have the dementia. We have the eating disorders, among the many. They say there are about 200 disorders.
Wait a minute. Is eating a disorder? Because I would think eating is something that is so normal. How can it be a disorder?
Yeah, it can be a disorder.
Yes.
Because when you keep on just eating, there are those who want just to eat.
Yeah.
And they are just provoked by some kind of, imbalances.
Anything that I'll find just around me, I want to eat it.
Yeah, I just want to eat. And there are those who don't want to eat because, for example, I want to keep a nice figure. I want to be that petite. So anything I eat, I want to eat, yes. But at the same time, I want to maintain this figure. I want to keep this shape of I want to be petite.
In other words, when I am eating too much, it's a disorder. When I don't want to eat to maintain my curves, it's still a disorder.
There's this tendency, somebody will eat and then go and vomit.
Oh, by the way.
Forcing the vomit. It's a disorder.
Yeah.
Why don't I just balance what I need to eat
surely
for the day?
And all this is under mental health.
Yes.
talk of depression. The biggest animal that is all over. The animal that is making even people to do crazy things. Sometimes you don't understand whether you are depressed or it is not depression. What about the depression?
Rachel, there is something that people need to understand.
Yeah.
Many a times in life,
Yes.
in the phases of life,
Yeah.
somebody will go through different issues in life, you know, and some of them can be very traumatizing.
Yeah.
Some of them can be very traumatizing,
Yes.
and lead somebody to a state of, I want to give up.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I want to continue.
That's true.
I don't want this. You
Yes,
understand?
yeah.
To an extent, even they will go to killing, you know, committing suicide.
Yes.
Depression can go to that. But with early, you know, diagnosis,
Exactly.
treatment can be achieved.
So depression can be treated.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
When we hear somebody is depressed, it is not a dead, sentence thing.
No.
Yeah.
And I like the way with this show that you'll be having, you know, different kind of talks just to educate the mass
Sure.
on some of these issues that they are facing in life.
Exactly.
And then somebody can live a healthy life.
The issues to do with depression, they are too much. And I'm understanding people need to be aware of that depression can be healed. Because normally we sideline those people that seems to be depressed. And it's quite unfortunate because even them that look so sober, in one way or another, they are also depressed. How can you handle that?
Rachel, thank you for asking that.
Yes.
When we are talking about depression,
Yes.
like we said earlier, it can be manageable.
Yeah.
And that is through medication. That is
Exactly.
one way of managing depression, through
Yes.
medication.
Yes.
And another way is the psychotherapy.
The
That is
counseling
the
way.
counseling
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
For example, we have this, it's now in the public domain.
Okay.
And, you know, it's so sad
Yeah.
that from the pulpit, we will have this kind of cases. You know, like the pastor who was...
The depressed
You know,
pastors.
he was a depressed
Yeah.
pastor. You
And
can say
he killed the wife.
Oh, yes, and even
Yeah.
killing himself. But I want to believe that if maybe he had somebody he could have gone and
That's
talked
right.
to,
Yeah.
maybe it would not have gone that far.
Surely.
And you know, sometimes we think, people like the pastors, people like who are giving...
They are not human beings.
They are not
actually.
human beings.
Actually, they are not supposed to be depressed.
Oh,
They are not
yes.
supposed to be having any issue. They must be like God.
Yeah. So, and that is just to tell you how human
Yeah.
we are, and how sometimes we can be, pushed by the issues of life.
Exactly.
Until one doesn't know what am I supposed to do. And I like the word of God because it says, when you faint in the day of adversity,
Yes.
that is to tell you there will be time for adversity.
Adversity, exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
there will be a time for adversity. If you faint in the day of adversity, then your strength is small. Yeah, and that is your strength to fight on this adversity is small.
Yes.
And so many a times when we don't have that inner strength, even to fight the adversities that we are facing,
That's real.
we end up giving up.
Yeah.
And we end up, going down in those moments of depression.
That's true.
And I feel like I don't want to do anything.
But sometimes I ask myself, where is the origin of depression? Where did this thing originate from? How did somebody enter into being depressed? Because somebody is so good as you look at them, but you don't understand what happened along the way. Is it that somebody did, overlived or underlived? What is the main cause of these things that is called depression or this disorder?
Sometimes it's unmet expectation. I have so many expectations.
Exactly.
But my expectations are not being met.
Yeah.
For example, go to a young person.
Yes.
I've finished school. I'm looking for employment.
Exactly.
And I thought maybe after I graduated from my university and I have done so well.
That's true.
The next thing is what? I get a job, employment.
A white collar one.
And it is not forthcoming.
Yeah.
What happens? I tried to do this and that. Nothing is working. I'm like, oh God, am I cursed?
Oh God.
Nothing in my life seems to be moving. And remember, maybe the backgrounds where we are coming from.
Yeah.
I want to help my parents. They have given all. And now they're expecting me to give back. Yet, I'm not able to do that. So, that unmet expectations.
Oh, God.
And I don't know how to navigate about that.
Yes.
You know, and others is in life, I don't know how even to make decisions.
Yes.
Which sometimes is from where you are coming from, your caregivers, as you are growing up as a child, because some of these are inculcated in our lives as we are growing up. Yes.
Talk of making decision. Because you're coming back after the break, we will discuss on making decision, because this has also been an issue to many people, whether young or old. You're finding somebody is doing things into extreme because of not making the right decision. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Walk with me.